What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Polly C coming at you with another episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. And we are heading out. You can see over here in the window, it's really raining. I have the camera hooked to a holder, or actually my cell phone, I should say. So don't worry, I'm not going to get in an accident. But I'm heading out to a job that just has 2 small rooms, and somebody that they hired, I guess, was a Maid cleaning service. Just get out of this lane. They told them that they do carpet cleaning and wood floor cleaning, as well as house cleaning and whatnot. So anyway, long story short, I got a few snapshot pictures that they sent over for me to take a look at. And apparently what happened was they used a rug doctor, which is fine, nothing wrong with a rug doctor. However, they only completed one room. The second room, the machine broke down, so they couldn't complete that room. And the carpets got really hazy and weird looking, so we're gonna go out and do VLM. Gonna probably use the Orbot 5 today and see exactly what's going on. And they paid to have the engineered wood floors done, and I told her I just don't have time. I'm squeezing this one in today. I don't have time to work on the wood floors today. I don't have a neutral pH cleaner with me. Depending on what they did, not sure just a cleaning and a buff with Green Dragon would do the trick. So anyway, we'll have a look at it. It looks like they did use possibly an Auric orbiter. She described the machine that they used, and it sounds like either a Prolux or an Auric. I'm not sure. It was a smaller one. It had to be an Auric because she did say red and black. And a red pad is what she believes. So from the looks of the clips that she sent me, the carpets looked fine. Her mom used Rejuvenate on it all the time or whatever, and they just wanted to have the floors cleaned, and the lady recommended that she polish them and shine them. And so if you don't know what you're doing, a polish and a shine can turn into a screen and recoat. Trust me, I see it every day. My fellow carpet cleaners, you can attest. Have you been in some of these places where So let's go check it out. We'll be there in a few minutes, and I have a feeling that the red pad was too rough and it flaked up all of the previous poly or whatever they put down on it, and now that Maid service is going to be held accountable, probably for a screen and recoat, unless someone comes out and tries to say, oh, you need this, that, and the other. Who knows? So hopefully that Maid service has insurance, but keep that in mind. We'll check it out. If you're new to the business, be very careful what you do and what type of pads you use, and understand actually, if it's engineered floors, I don't do a lot of floors, but I think it has like a titanium oxide in it, so it may be a whole different process. But anyway, we'll get there and check it out. I figured I'd give you the prelude on the way and do it up Tommy Green style, or green rhino style. So we'll see you at the location. All right, we are here. Let's have a look around this place. I've got kind of a time crunch. I squeezed this job in. It was only 2 rooms. She's willing to pay the minimum charge. And I'm not discussing how much I get for jobs anymore. A lot of people ask me about the restaurant. Well, how much was it, or what do you charge? I have a lot of local competitors that I love. All these guys out here. A lot of them are my friends, but it's not fair to myself to divulge what I'm charging from my commercial accounts, or what my minimum is, or any other information like that. It's just watch and learn. If you want to know about pricing, Google your own area, carpet cleaning near me, wood floor cleaning near me, and see what the average prices are. You can even call around and get some quotes. Just find out what your local area is charging and then set it where you want to set it. So I am on the high end, and that's how I can afford to do fewer jobs during the day and still make a really good living. Let me get this handle pulled back. Kind of standing in the doorway, so I do apologize. You'll see here I kind of get stuck. It's a wheels down unit, and when there's an imbalance in the floor going, or the wood floor raising up and the carpet's going down, you got to do it in reverse, do it from the backside. So I went ahead and caught back up here. Now I'll just go back and forth and get it cleaned up. The carpets are already looking good just from the pre-spray. It's starting to break down all those soil spots and everything. It's a short pile carpet. Appears to be all nylon, which is good. So it should clean up very well. It does show some shading. Obviously, if you slide your foot across one direction, you'll see a darker mark, and then that's just the shading, natural shading of the carpets. But I'll show you the final results at the end. And I will show you, like I said, where the Maid, now that I'm here, oh man, it looks like they did use an Auric orbiter. I showed her my Auric and she said, yeah, that was the machine. She used a red scrubbing pad and scrubbed the floors. And I have a feeling, I don't know if it actually went, if the peeling that you're seeing, oh, watch this. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that thing's cleaning right up. But anyway, if the peeling on the wax is from the Rejuvenate gloss stuff that she was using, her mom was using, and it's just starting to flake off, or it's the actual, I don't even think these are engineered floors, I'm not sure, but, or if it's the actual poly that she started to abrase and chip it all up. But either way, I don't have time to take care of it today, and she'll have to call somebody. More than likely it would be a screen and recoat is what I'm thinking, since somebody already used a red pad on it. I can't imagine coming in and trying to polish out the damage that's been done. So we'll have a look at that. And then, like I did say, the Maid service also used a rug doctor, and this room here did not get treated with the rug doctor. The machine, apparently she told her it broke. And I think what happened, if you look at, you'll see the second room I do here in a moment, and it just foams up like crazy. And there's dark patterns, there's dark spots, and I think what happened was maybe the Maid service is trying to get into wood floors and carpet cleaning. Doesn't quite know exactly what she's doing, and maybe did the one room and saw what was happening and got nervous and just called and said, hey, it's not working. And she did charge her for the one room too, so, which is strange. And the client, surprisingly, even after I get through this, I did end up having to do an additional charge. I hate to do that, especially when it's two small rooms and I'm already charging my minimum, but that's for me showing up, the cleaning service, the time spent here. I spent an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours on two rooms, so I do make sure my clients get their money worth, and it's not about time, it's about the job. If I could have got the same results in 20 minutes, then I would have been in and out in 20 minutes, but you'll see on the second room, the first I clean it and I thought maybe, the pad will absorb all that soap buildup. But No, it was really thick. And so I called the client in and I took the palm of my hand and I scooped up a whole handful of foam in the middle of the carpet. And I showed her, I said, now I can continue with a few pads and then leave it as is. I said, but I don't want to be held responsible if it browns out or you get alkaline burnout. That's where a high pH alkaline can actually burn the fibers. You can use a non-browning product, or you can use vinegar, white distilled vinegar, to neutralize that stuff. But what I do, and I'll let you in on a little secret here, a lot of you guys and gals that have been watching my channel know that I utilize, I think it's called Mallard's citric acid powder. I get it on Amazon for about $10 for, I think it's a 5-pound bag. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, that way when I run into these jobs, it doesn't have the vinegar smell. And then over this last year or 2 years, I've discovered that if I mix up my citric acid into, say, a gallon container, and I add 1 bottle of the 71% isopropyl alcohol, just your regular CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, little bottle of isopropyl alcohol. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like a 32-ounce bottle. They're a couple bucks, but anyway, what the alcohol does is, if you've ever had foam, you can put some alcohol in a spray bottle and spray it on the foam, and you'll see it immediately dissipate. Well, so they both work in conjunction with one another, but what happens is the alcohol is very inert. So when I mix that in with the citric acid and I spray it all over the carpet, and then I go over it with, say, a microfiber pad, since I've already cleaned it once, my dry time is sped up by at least 50%. I'm not kidding you. And they both go to work immediately. Look at those results. That's the clean part. That's the filthy part. Oh, come on, Polly C. I gotta take a break and pat myself on the back. Holy Toledo. Your boy is cleaning up with the Orbot vibe. So anyway, that's how I neutralize the high pH. So if you run into jobs where someone ran their little home Bissell or whatever, and you see a bunch of soap buildup, if you carry some citric acid powder with you, you can mix that, a little bottle of isopropyl alcohol. And you do know the magic trick with isopropyl alcohol is, if there's permanent marker, we did some furniture, and I only had half of not even half, maybe a thumbnail. Look at how good that came out. It's got to dry. Had about a thumbnail of Magic Bullet left, and that was taking the ink off the upholstery. And then since we ran out of the Magic Bullet, I used the isopropyl alcohol and boom, stripped that permanent marker right off the upholstery. And that was a fine cotton fabric as well. Anyhow, there's a couple tips for you. And this is the room. You can see I've already went over it once, but look at the wheel. You see all that soap residue, and look right there. That's the orbital motion just pounding it up. So what I told her is I'd have to charge her an additional fee, and I will tell you what I charged. I charged $40 for that room, because I'm basically re-cleaning it and using my time and product. And so anyway, I put it in a spray bottle. I had to use 2 full spray bottles. I believe these are 32 ounces at bottles. And I just went through and I sprayed the citric acid and isopropyl alcohol product all over the carpets. I did crack the window. Isopropyl alcohol is not as bad as ammonia, but it does have a little bit of a strong scent that hits your nose. I wouldn't recommend using it in your regular pre-spray, but for this situation, man, it works great. And then what I'll do is I'll go over it with that blue microfiber pad. It's a thick one, and absorb up the rest of the liquid as well as any residue. So here we go. And one funny thing I did learn today, you know, a lot of you that follow me know, I've never used an orbital machine that has a full flat-faced Velcro pad driver where 100% of the pad driver is forced down on the carpet. And sometimes with the weight of the motor in the center, that's what can cause heavy friction on the center of that pad driver and cause tip blooming if you're not careful. And you may have seen some other channels where they utilize what they call a glider. And so at the end of this video, I'll show you, I did use a CD or a DVD, I don't know what it was, but anyway, I threw a piece of Velcro on it, and I did that previously when I was using my 15-inch pad driver with my Auric Orbiter that Al had made for me, and it worked fantastic. So it was in my van already, thank goodness, because there was a lot of pressure. You could see the torque on the pad really slowing down. So after I stopped, I actually had already put the CD under it, I believe. Yeah, you can see it's doing a fine job. No more foam. And if I had videoed the part where there was a lot of foam, you'd have seen it, but I was kind of getting frustrated because I'm on a time restraint. There's the CD, Velcro side against the pad, smooth side down. That breaks up a little tension, allows the pad to spin a little faster. Not sure who this is, the best of AJ Styles. I don't know if that's a video game or kind of sounds like a video game. I can't remember. But anyway, it worked fantastic. So I'll take that pad off. And you know, I'm not using the Iron Man because the Iron Man would just leave a lot of filament on that Velcro. You can see I've got two dirty pads there, plus that one. We got rid of the foam. We got rid of the soil. Now let me show you. This is what I'm talking about. You see this? And the camera does zero justice. When you walk in, you can see this everywhere. Let me zoom in. You see how it's flaking off? I don't know if that's just the product that the mother used or if it actually, it almost looks like it's whatever was originally put on the surface of this flooring. And you could see it's just terrible. I can't believe that the Maid service charged for this. You see all the hazing and where it's popping right there. And one of the third bedroom is wood, and it's terrible. But not my work. Oh no, look at that. And when that dries, it'll lighten up tenfold. And no soap residue, that's right. And I did this time use awesome Encapstore, so that way the polymers in the encapsulant will adhere to anything that may be left in there. If there is any residue, it's gonna get clung and stuck to the polymer as it dries, and that'll help break down any residue. But overall, looks fantastic. All right, my friends, my YouTubers, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure and check out my other channel. Last video, I put a link in the description to the channel. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.